Good morning, Titans. Today is October 23rd, 2024, and you're watching OlyTV.
Stop by the Dungeons & Dragons Club after school in room 361, Mondays, going until 4. Stay creative.
Speech and Debate Club will be having a meeting after school today in Mr. Goodfellow's classroom, room 264. Anyone is welcome to attend. Meeting starts at 2:30. Talk to Mr. Goodfellow if you have any questions.
Preseason training for track and field has begun and is happening every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2:30 after school in the weight room. Please see Coach Reed in room 221 at the beginning of first flex time for more information.
Utah State University will be in the Career Center during lunch on Friday, October 25th. Please come and learn about Utah State and ask any questions that you may have. Please see Mr. Mason in the counseling office for more details.
This Thursday, FCCLA will be decorating cupcakes for Halloween during first flex time. If you're interested in joining FCCLA, make sure to see Mr. Larson for a membership form.
Multilingual Family Night is tonight from 5 to 8 p.m. We need students who have food handler's permit to volunteer. If you want to volunteer, see Ms. Martinez in the counseling center.
Here's a recap of the union strike with Ninja.
On September 15th, a port strike was established throughout the majority of the East Coast, only ending early this month. Thousands of union workers from various industries halted all work and waved signs in protest against the companies that have employed them. They are demanding better wages, better health care plans, and better job security. The states that have gone on strike travel from way up north in Maine all the way down to Texas, but that doesn't change that the entirety of the U.S. will be affected by this. If the strike is to continue, many shipped goods will hinder in importation, and there will be a large shortage of things like medications, food, raw materials, and etc. The Biden administration has sided with the union workers, but decided not to intervene, believing that it is their employer's conflict to settle. Here's a quick clip of President Biden's assessment of the situation.
Let's be clear. No one wants a strike. Say it again. No one wants a strike. But I respect workers' right to use their options under the collective bargaining system. And I understand the workers' frustration. Over generations, auto workers sacrificed so much to keep the industry alive and strong, especially through the economic crisis and the pandemic. Workers deserve a fair share of the benefits they help create for an enterprise. Record corporate profits, which they have, should be shared by record contracts for the UAW. And just as we're building an economy of the future, we need labor agreements for the future. It's my hope that the parties can return to the negotiation table to forge a win-win agreement. The bottom line is that auto workers help create America's middle class. They deserve a contract that sustains them in the middle class.
Thanks, Ninja.
BYU will be in the Career Center today during lunch starting at 10:30. Head over to learn more about the school and answer any questions you might have. See Mr. Mason in the counseling office for more details. Also, people with higher levels of education and training tend to have higher job security. Participate in Utah College Application Week and become college and career ready.
Don't forget about the food drive. This week is cereal and rice. All donations are appreciated.
Now, on to sports with Julie Jo.
Thanks, Peter. Yesterday, the girls' soccer team won their match against Bountiful, so congrats to them. Some odd things have been going on in Northern California with the Cal Bears. Here's a report from Lucas with an answer to the question, what is the Calgorithm?
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What is the Calgorithm? Conference realignment has brought a lot of bad and confusion to college football, but one good thing it has brought is the emergence of the Cal Bears fan base. While in the Pac-12 you would be hard-pressed to find a vocal and a lot of fun Cal fans, but with the move to the ACC, the slumbering Bears have awoken, specifically on X, formerly and still known as Twitter. It started after Cal quote-unquote upset Auburn, and a burner account tweeted that Auburn lost to the woke agenda, and that's where the Calgorithm was born. Since then, they've been using the great political divide of 2024 and college football to unite fans of all teams. Because the University of Cal Berkeley is seen as a left-leaning university, their fans have decided to lean into it, and boy has it paid off for them. And somehow, it has brought people of both political sides together. Some of their best work came prior to their loss against Florida State, where they said they were going to decolonize Tallahassee and turn it into Callahassee. Despite the loss, the Calgorhythm held strong and pushed for College Game Day to come to their campus for the first time in show history. And what do you know, it worked. It was a wild weekend up in Berkeley. Reese Davis and Pat McAfee said multiple times that it was one of the best game day crowds ever. They got Nick Saban, the best college football head coach of all time, to helicopter a tie, and basically was the opening act for what was the wildest day in college football in a long time. Unfortunately, the fun ended very late into the night as Miami, with some help from the refs, stormed back. And the big thing is that it shows that these West Coast teams have some of the most passionate fan bases. They just don't get the spotlight very often. And when they do, boy, do they show out.
Hello?
On April 18, 2024, the state of Utah celebrated as they finally got their hockey team. The Arizona Coyotes were relocating to Salt Lake City, Utah. For the 2024 season, the team will be named the Utah Hockey Club. Next year, the name will be the name of what the fans voted for prior to this year. The hockey club has already surprised a lot of people this year. As of now, the team holds a 4-2-1 record. Captain Clayton Keller has done exactly what the captain does, and third-year player Dylan Gunther has exceeded all expectations. During the home opener, the hockey club won versus the Chicago Blackhawks. From there, the team headed out east, where they had a 2-1 road trip versus the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils. They flew out to Anaheim, and they lost an overtime thriller before heading home to beat the Bruins. Yesterday, they lost 4-0 to the Ottawa Senators at home, handing them their second regulation loss of the year. Tomorrow night, the hockey club faces the Avalanche at the Delta Center. In a year where they had no expectations, the hockey club is off to a great start as a new franchise.
Thanks, Miles. On a different note, spooky season is here, and there are lots of new movies coming out in a variety of genres. Movie enthusiasts can prepare for the following: Moana 2 on November 27th, Wicked on November 22nd, Venom: The Last Dance on October 25th, and many new horror movies just in time for Halloween. Get your popcorn ready. Now back to you, Gracie.
Thanks, Julie Jo.
Here's Caden with what's going on with the weather.
Hey Titans, Wednesday we're looking for a high of 76 and with a low of 46, with the rest of the week getting colder as we get into Thursday with a high of 57 and a low of 39, and Friday with a high of 66 and a low of 49. On Saturday, we have a high of 72 and a low of 53, and we have Sunday as a low of 73 and high rain and snow with 40% chance of precipitation, and that is the weather for the week. Titans, now back to the desk.
Thanks, Caden.
And thank you for watching. Subscribe to OlyTV and follow our Instagram for all updates around Olympus and beyond. We will see you next time for a specially spooky Halloween episode. Have a terrific Wednesday, Titans.